What's up, guys? Fast Forward here. We're back for another review, and this is for Gotham Season 1. Last episode of our season reviews, we talked about Gotham and the intro and what to expect. Now we're talking about Season 1 in general as a whole. So in Gotham Season 1, it's kind of like the origin that's fully focused on Jim Gordon. Obviously in the beginning we do see Bruce's parents get killed and murdered in that origin story that we've heard of 1,000 times. But to put things in more of a perspective, it's a Jim Gordon story. It's a Jim Gordon show, and I think it's perfect because as you continue, you guys will find out there's more to be intrigued about. There's more to be impressed about as the season goes on. But season 1 kind of starts off slow. It's really cool. Like within the first couple of episodes, you meet a bunch of unique characters. Barbara Keene dating Jim Gordon. Enigma, we all know him as he becomes the Riddler in time. But he's working for the GCPD, and we really see this hints of a character, this still riddled and fulfilled, nice and doesn't do anything wrong but smart and gets picked on type of character. And throughout like the whole season, you really see that within Enigma. You see a Harvey Bullock, and that's the partner who's kind of like a side gig, a side partner to Jim Gordon, but he has more of a betrayal side sometimes because he's afraid of the corruption of Gotham City. We get introduced to Fish Mooney, and she's really the crime lord, one of the main crime sinisters within the show, you could say. We see Carmine Falcone and Doug Maroney, and this is pretty much just a gang war throughout the first season. That's probably how I would describe it, and I give the season probably like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. It does start off slow, but you guys get a hint of what to expect in the future, and I can promise you guys, it does get better. If you hold on, keep watching, it gets better, and you see a bunch of cool little villains throughout the season. You see the Balloon Man, you see Red Hood, you see Edward Nygma, and him doing what he does, jokingly, solving riddles, helping out the GCPD, but who knows? It might take a turn throughout the season, or maybe the following season. We'll see what happens. That's something to expect within Gotham Season 1. For those of you who haven't seen it, for those of you who have, you realize that in the end it does, we don't really get to that final main message of who killed Bruce's parents, but Jim Gordon did promise there will be light. There will be light. We don't get to find out who killed his parents, but Bruce evolves from that. He wants to be more of a problem solver. He wants to, and go figure, who's a problem solver? Who knows? He wants to become more of a problem solver. He wants to learn how to take care of himself and not just be a billionaire playboy for the rest of his life. And I think that's a great take on Bruce Wayne. I think the casting was a very good job. Also, the girl who plays Selena Kyle actually kind of looks like Catwoman, or at least a younger version of her, and that's a good take on the cast for that as well. I just like the detective part of this. It didn't start off strong, but it finished pretty strong. You had a lot of wars, you had a lot of fighting. Even Penguin, oh man, Robin Lord Taylor as the Penguin, what a great choice. The way he walks, the way he hates being called Penguin. He would rather be called Oswald or Cobblepot. And he's really like a grandma's boy, as a mother's boy. And he really values his family with him. And his riches are similar to Bruce Wayne's in this show. But that's something that really comes alive within the series as well. So you guys got to keep an eye out for that. And the villains aren't that great this season, but they are kind of basic. But you got to get an intro. You got to get a good feel. You can't just start tackling people on and off. And another character within Season 1 is... Poison Ivy, just a little redheaded chick. They think the main guy, at the beginning of the season, they think her dad has something to do with killing Bruce's parents, but then it was just a little fuss. It was just a quick fix. It was nothing. It was like a false lead. And you get a lot of that. You get a lot of false leads throughout season one. You get a lot of, what's this? Where's this going? So it makes things kind of slow, and it kind of makes you want to watch other things, but it's not. You know, you stick with it, you're going to be fine. Like I said, 7.5 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10. If you guys really pay attention and kind of, you get introduced to all these other villains. Like, everybody knows Mr. Freeze, everybody knows Riddler, Joker, blah blah. You know, who are these people? What are they? We kind of get a feel for who they are. The newer villains, or the villains that are unfamiliar, like the Balloon Man, like Red Hood. There's other types of villains in there, like Penguins. Nobody knows who Fish Mooney is. She might have been kind of made up, to be honest. A lot of people realized who Doug Maroney was, or Carmine Falcone, that they're the biggest names in Gotham City and they're to be feared, but nobody really knew their backstory. So that's something we get to find out, the full-on effect of who these guys are and what their main plot points and twists will be. And you get that full-on spectra of everything. So you got to be pumped up about that. And that's what I can guarantee you guys you'll love within Gotham. Starting off with season one. The effects are great. I can't deny that, you know, you don't always see what's coming, and that's what you gotta love. You gotta have a taste of the craving of what there is to do in the future for Gotham. So, and you know, obviously we still don't know who did what, who's going where. You just see a giant bunch of gang battles at the end, and they're trying to tame it down. They're trying to tone it down. You see a bunch of gang wars. And we also get introduced to a character named Jerome. This Jerome, he's at a carnival. What do you think of when you think of carnival? A carnival, clowns, Jerome. May I say that with Jerome, this character was perfect. This guy was the definition of the Joker, but there's no Joker yet. There's no even a hint or a spice of Joker. Now, Jerome serves at that purpose, and I can see Jerome going somewhere. Now, I'm a little late dropping on the ball on some of these, and I'm gonna do the other season reviews after this for Gotham and more. But the point is, you guys will find something out in the future. You watch these reviews, you're gonna find out some good stuff. This was season one. It starts off basic. You have a lot of great characters. Jerome is new, Fish Mooney is new, this side of Enigma is new. All these are going to be hinting at something bigger and more retrospective and expanded in the future and of these reviews and the shows of Gotham. So you guys stay tuned, like it up, thumbs up, flex it out, whatever you guys do in all things justice. We will catch you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoy this taster review, this season review. Like I said, a lot of good characters coming up. There's some more characters to be introduced in the future and a lot of good storylines and plot points to be paid attention to. I'll catch you guys next time. Fast 40 out.